to sasA and Goff live recorded. I'm sasA.
And I'm Goff.
You know what I mean? And we are back this week talking about our favorite and least favorite mall stores of all time. Kind of true, not really true. We're not doing least favorite,
No, we're
right?
not.
We're doing favorite mall stores, and then we're going to be doing favorite food
Eateries.
What? Food court.
Food court.
Yeah, favorite food courts of all time. We're keeping things positive here because this is a positive day. We're doing lots of celebration talk for certain reasons. We got a little of the sad stuff as well. I'm going to get to that as well. Let's bring things down almost immediately.
Yeah, let's do it.
First and foremost, I wanted to talk about last week's episode, which was our favorite and least favorite Tims of all time. Mm-hmm. And we talked about the singer of Rise Against Tim and how I'm not really a big fan. Whatever, go listen to that episode.
Yeah.
But then both of us were kind of like, he's all right.
We're
fine with him.
Absolutely.
But he's fine. Right when we got off the episode, I go scrolling on my phone, and I don't follow him, so I don't know why this was on my phone. But it's one of those things where it's like, you might like this. It was him. It was his account.
Yeah.
And it was him celebrating that his daughter just won Miss Illinois Teen USA.
Oh shit!
How crazy is that? And then he put this whole big paragraph about it's weird being a punk dad, and then your daughter's Miss Teen USA and just or Teen Illinois or whatever.
Yeah.
And just how weird it was. And I was like, that's very human and very thoughtful of him. And I don't think he should have been on my least favorite Tims of all time.
That's okay.
Maybe my middle of the road Tims, but not my least favorite. So I just wanted to bring that up off the start.
I mean, he wasn't on my bottom list, so
Correct.
You're a horrible person.
That is true. That's all I'm trying to say is that I'm a horrible person. Speaking of not horrible people, rest in peace to a Chicago legend, Stacey King.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
That's just, really the only thing that was good about Bulls basketball.
It really is.
I hate to say that because, I'm not taking away from any of the players, any of the good young talent, but seriously, and just such a shitty product. And
yeah, when we feel like the players are in a bad position, we're not against the players.
Yeah.
We feel like they're in a bad position with the people who are running the team. Or I shouldn't say we because I'm not going to speak for you, but that's how I feel. I'm not a fan of how they've treated the Chicago Bulls for the last 20 years.
No.
Now, does it matter to me? No, because the Knicks are the world champions.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to that in a minute.
Okay.
We're going to get to that in a minute because I did want to say Stacey King, like you said, there's no Stacey King moment that you remember as a player. He was part of the first Bulls 3-peat.
That's a very good point, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
was on
Scottie
one of
Pippen.
them.
But he was a beloved Chicagoan guy. He was coming off the bench. I think he went to Oklahoma. I think he was the 6th or 7th pick for the Bulls a long time ago. Excellent player. Yeah. I told my mom Stacey King passed away, right?
Yeah.
My mom is Serbian. She says Yugoslavian, and I have to remind her that's not a country. But I told her, I said, Stacey King passed away because I knew that she would know who I was talking about. And she said, tall, skinny guy? And I was like, maybe a long time ago.
You're half right.
Maybe a long time ago. Obviously, he was a bigger guy now towards the end of his life or whatever. But at some point, he was probably a tall, skinny guy. He was a basketball player, or at least middle.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason why she knows Stacey King is because when I was a kid, she took me to meet Stacey King, and she goes, "We met him with Steve Kerr," and I said, "Yeah,
nice."
At Circus World Pizza in Bloomingdale, Illinois, when I was a kid.
Okay,
and so
I'm only making this confused face because I don't know if you talked about that in
I'm sure
celebrities we've met. You probably did. But
I'm sure I've talked about it somehow at some point.
I like to keep up here all the celebrities you've met.
Stacey King,
weird,
and Johnny Knoxville. That's it.
All right.
But yeah, so I made these little things when I was a kid, and we went to meet them, and they autographed these things. I wish I still had them. I don't think I have them anymore. But regardless, rest in peace, Stacey King. Apparently he fell in his house or something.
Is that what I honestly had no idea? I just what's right
his
now
face?
You're telling me this, and
the Chicago radio guy who I don't like, and I don't think you like. Name him.
God, which one?
He's on ESPN 1000 middays probably or mornings.
Kaplan.
Yeah.
Is it
Kaplan.
him, David Kaplan?
Yeah, because I think
sucks.
he's friends with Stacey King, and he put out a statement. Nobody else said anything, and he put something out, a tragic fall, whatever.
Oh.
at his home, which is really sad. But anyway,
I love that it's just like that guy. Yeah,
and by the way, Stacey King, like you said, became a beloved Chicagoan. Mm-hmm. His commentary was great. If you're scared to go buy a dog, he was here during the Derrick Rose era.
That was probably the best one. Yeah. I mean, I want to go higher. All that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He was like a perfect color guy for the team. You know what I mean? Just it was great. And so it's kind of sad. Now, that being said, I haven't heard him do any sort of commentary in a long time because the Bulls don't put their stuff on TV for me to watch. I have to figure out how to watch it some other way, and I haven't. I just haven't watched them in a long time. So I
have something related to that in what we're watching later or whatever.
So rest in peace, Stacey King. On a sad note. On a positive note, today is my dog Callie's 11th birthday, which is insane. 11 years old. I was looking at pictures of her the other day. She was in this house before we painted downstairs. There used to be bright green Greek walls all over the place because they didn't know what they were doing.
Green Greek walls?
Huh? Yeah, well, only Greek people will.
Isn't this more Greek?
This is Greek blue. Yeah. Greek green is, because they don't know what they're doing. All right. It was like a neon. It was pretty rough. Is your house neon green?
No.
Okay, good. But it would make sense. Half Greek.
Yeah.
Not you, but anyway, so looking at all these pictures, and I didn't realize that my dog has been here since we were here.
You moved in.
4 months after we moved in, my other dog Harley passed away, and we got Callie, and so she's been here her whole life, which is crazy. Happy birthday, Callie. Hope you're listening to this.
Happy birthday.
She stopped listening to this podcast a long time ago, but I heard she's coming back. So
yeah.
And you got to see her today.
I did. That was pretty exciting, actually.
I sprung it on you. I apologize.
That's okay.
I want to apologize in front of the 11 people who listen to this.
Yeah.
I just brought my dog in with a muzzle.
Honestly, dude, we do this so much. We talk about my dog as well, Lucy. We've done what you were doing so many times, or at least have tried to do, and I knew that's what you were doing. So it's not like I was just like, bro. No,
I should still run it by you.
No, just in case I'm feeling like we're cool.
Yeah. So shout out to Callie, and now on to my big news of the week, okay? Yeah. My big news of the week. This has been an insane week. Friday, I went to an EDM show with Megan at Wrigley Field. We're going to talk about that next week because, still coming down from that one. But this past week saw two of the greatest Knicks games of my life, including Game 4, where they came back from 29 points down. The biggest comeback in NBA history to beat the Spurs. And then last night, where they came back after losing most of the game to win a championship.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. I got a lot of words I wrote down that hopefully trigger things. I guess I'll start with Game 4 because that was insane.
Yep.
It was insane. And so the game starts off. This whole series has been plagued by what I believe is inferior reffing, which is what caused me to stop watching a long time ago.
Yeah.
It felt like a lot of pro-Spurs energy that the Knicks had to defeat.
Okay.
And I'm not going to talk about that. Refs are refs. Things are going to happen. Game 4, when they came back from 29 points down, at halftime they were down 25 points. Had it been any other team and any other time, I would have turned the game off.
Absolutely.
I was frustrated. Yeah. Megan left. She went to go to sleep. She's got work the next day. I totally get it. It was already 10 o'clock at halftime, whatever. I turned the volume off. What I've done in the past, including Game 4, was it 4 of the Atlanta Hawks first round series, where they were down 22.
No idea.
They were down 22 points with 8 minutes left in the game.
Okay.
They came back and they won that game. I had shut that off, and then I turned it back on, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
Right.
This game, I was like, I know this team. They've been doing this for years. I'm keeping it on. I started reading a book about Ernest, the life of Ernest.
P. Worrell?
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice.
And John Varney. And then Jim Varney. Who's John? Oh, John Cherry is the creator of Ernest.
Oh.
And John.
Yep.
Anyway, so I started reading that book, and then I was reading about how Ernest, I'm just calling him Ernest.
Yeah.
His family is part of the Hatfields and McCoys, Civil War era.
I don't
family.
understand what that whole. I always think of like it's not the Metallica guy. He's not.
No.
I swear to God, like whenever I see that,
this
I'm
is
just
like 200 years ago.
Okay.
Like these
I wasn't
families
here
fought.
for that, so
You know what? I don't know much more than that.
okay.
And I don't know that 200 years is even accurate. It might be 150. Who knows?
Okay.
But either
Still,
way, he's a Hill
wasn't there.
person whose family was involved with the Hatfields and McCoys.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting there and
Not
I'm reading.
of Metallica fame.
And then I keep looking up and I keep seeing that the Knicks are chipping away. 5-0 lead. I actually texted producer Tony, who bet on the Spurs to win every game, all 5. And thank you, producer Tony, because your bad gambling habits helped the jinx.
1 out of 5 ain't bad, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You hit one.
And I texted him because at one point the Knicks had a 10-0 run to cut the lead to 19. And I was like, this is rough.
So are you talking about game 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
10-0 run. 10 points in a row, and then you look at them and they're still down 19 points.
That's when I tuned in, actually.
Okay.
I started watching, maybe not right at that point, but it was
Right around
a
there.
19-point deficit.
Okay.
When I was like, what the hell? I got nothing else to watch.
And then they kept coming back, and then they ended up winning. And I went upstairs, and I woke up Megan. It was 10:30, 11 o'clock, whatever it was, and I was like, they won. And I assumed she was going to hit me, throw something at me, and she got up, and she's like, they won. Like, she was into it, too. And I was like, yeah. So we celebrated that. I couldn't believe it. The tip by OG Anunoby. And by the way, if you're not a basketball fan, fast forward 10 minutes because I got plenty more. Plenty more I'm talking about here. I'm so happy and excited about this stuff. OG tipped it in, which will be one of the greatest Knicks moments of all time. For those who don't know that I'm a big Knicks fan, we're sitting in a room right now with one picture on my wall that I did not take down. That is Willis Reed. You find me any other person in Illinois with a Willis Reed poster on their wall, and I want to hug that man. I've been a Knicks fan for a very long time. I found a picture from like 1996 where I'm wearing a Knicks jacket. I just put it on Instagram recently because that's what you do. You tell people how cool you are as opposed to Taylor Swift or Sydney Sweeney or all these people. So anyway, Knicks win Game 4. We can talk about that. The only game that they lost was Game 3.
Game 3.
Where President Donald Trump was there.
Yeah.
The Knicks hadn't lost in 45 days. And then
45, huh?
It was somewhere
Perfect.
around there, and then 46. You know, if it's not exact, we're gonna say that it's exact.
I'll take it. I like it.
Day 46, this guy comes in there, and honestly, after that game, I thought they were going to lose the rest of the games of the series. I thought that was a deflating thing, and if that had happened, I might not support the president anymore. Like, that might have crossed the line for me if the Knicks got swept after that point.
Yeah.
Luckily, they only lost to 1, so I don't have to worry about what would have happened if the Knicks got swept after that. So that happened. And then the next game 4, is when they had Taylor Swift in the front row, who was, by the way, with her man at the Cleveland Cavaliers game a month ago, cheering, I assume, against the Knicks. I'm not going to hold it against her. I'm now a Taylor Swift fan because they won while she was there.
There you go.
She was there with Haim. Do you listen to Haim? They're like modern-day Wilson Phillips.
Haim?
They sound a little like a female Vertical Horizon.
Oh, cool.
So
cool.
Great band.
Nice.
Great band. Esti Haim, the 3 sisters.
I mean, I saw the picture of like them with
Yeah.
the shirts. I don't know what these people are. But...
Only the singer was not there.
Okay.
The tall blonde one, her name's Esti, and she's awesome because she plays bass and she has an incredible bass face. Do you know what bass face is? Bass face is when you're playing and you're just like feeling it.
Gotcha.
She's got a lot of the...
Nice.
If you get that, clip that, put that like
it.
her doing it and then me doing. Very good bass.
That is good. Looks
Very good bass face.
Okay.
So they were sitting together. The lady from Law and Order or something was sitting next to them.
Oh yeah.
Ben Stiller was there. Oh, the big 5.
Timothy Chalamet.
He was there.
He was on I think he was on my list last week.
Best Tims?
Bottoms.
Okay. All right. There it is. But yeah, so then they ended up winning that game, which was one of the greatest games in Knicks history, if not the greatest. That shot, the OG Anunoby tip, whatever,
It was awesome.
doesn't matter.
It was awesome.
Fast forward to last night. We're taping a day after the game 5.
Yep.
losing the entire game, playing crappy the entire game.
Low scoring game too.
Low scoring. They had like 13 points after the first quarter or something like that. I was just like, oh, this is so rough to watch. But you got to keep watching. My dad texted me in the fourth quarter. He was like, it's not looking good. And I said, just hold on. There's plenty of time. And then they came back and they won. And I was just like in shock. Not shock, but just like I wasn't. I mean, I cheered. I ran around a little bit. I kissed my wife. I kissed my dog. I kissed the neighbor.
You haven't kissed me yet.
Night is young. But I wasn't like, like, okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about. White Sox win the championship.
Yep.
You were at Fox and Hound in Bloomingdale?
Absolutely.
So was I. Yeah. And that was one of my favorite sporting championships I ever got to see because I was in a room. Your family, I assume, was all there.
Yep.
Giuseppe
friends,
from Milan.
Everyone.
Kowalski.
Yep.
I got to see all my friends and their team, the team that they cheer for more than anyone, which I assume that's your team, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you could only pick to see one team win a championship, or however you want to phrase that, it wouldn't be the Bears, even though we love the Bears. For you, it's the White Sox.
It's yeah.
For me, it's the Knicks. I got to see my friends celebrate that moment. Then, fast forward 10, 11, whatever years it was, and the Cubs.
Yep, same thing.
And I got to see all my Cubs fans' friends. These are two teams that didn't win for 100 years or whatever it was, and they got to see their team win. The Knicks have only not won for 53 years, but I haven't been alive for 53 years. So I never got to see my team win, and so I got to feel that feeling, and that's all I was really thinking about, of like how cool it was seeing other people do it, and just like I had a great feeling. And then you text me, and Tony and Giuseppe and all my friends are texting me. People coming out of the woodwork, hey, congratulations. People who don't like the Knicks are texting me, congratulations. And it was just like a good feeling, you know? You're just like, yeah, we did it.
So, you mind if I
please
throw my thoughts in?
Please.
First of all, just a couple things about watching basketball for the first time this season, honestly. I didn't understand that there were different ways you could watch the game now. So there's a sky cam where you can, I don't know if like at least my Hulu had all these options. You could, so I was literally watching that game 4 from a drone camera the entire time. And it was actually pretty awesome. Wow. It's just a change of pace. But I didn't realize that at first. I didn't know you had the option. So one of the other ones, you can watch the camera literally from above the rim. So it's literally just pointing down. That's I was like, crazy. What the fuck is this? Like, when are they going to take it off here? But anyway, so the production was pretty cool. I'm happy. I'm so happy for you. I really am, dude. Like, because and what you were saying before about like celebrating for your friends and everything, I was thinking about you, and I was kind of sucks though for you that it's like everyone else is bullshit. We're all happy for you, but like. Of course. You're just fine with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But no, that's because that is one of the best things is being able to celebrate with people. But I think at this point in life too, like even if the Bears won, it's like I'd be happy celebrating knowing everyone else was when I'm by myself. But yeah, the game 4, I mean, like that was incredible. And I didn't like throughout the whole week, I didn't want to text you anything about it because like I didn't want to be that guy just in case. And I wasn't following really at all. And then like the game 4 and then game 5 last night, I wasn't paying attention. And then I started getting the alerts from Shug and you texting back and forth. And I'm like, oh shit, that game's on. Yeah. So then I started watching and it's like when they took the lead and then I think that, that last 12 seconds was about 25 minutes. Yeah. Because I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I saw the Knicks won 94-0. And Amazing. It was just like, I was half asleep, but it was just like, good for you, sasA. Yeah. And you know what? If anything, I know you were just professing how long you've been a fan. Beginning of this NBA season, you were talking about the Knicks. So at least you're a legit. We know that. It's not like.
Well, and what's funny is like I was like, this isn't the year.
You probably were.
The last 2 years.
Wasn't it like the Bulls started 6-0 and I think the Knicks were maybe 0-6?
It might have been.
Or something dumb like that, Yeah, remember that Bulls team? 6-0, baby.
No, the last 2 years of the Knicks teams, and they've gone through a couple changes and they've lost a couple players and traded some guys and whatever. Those teams were like magical to watch when Dante DiVincenzo was there and Julius Randle had to sit out the entire season or because of an injury. and these guys came in, the Nova Knicks, and it was wild to see what
year
these
is
guys
this?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they traded Julius Randle and DiVincenzo for Cat. They got Karl Anthony Towns for that, and that was like who's got the best of the trade. And now, last night I was like, Julius Randle doesn't have a ring. Julius Randle doesn't have. Megan loves Julius Randle, so she was very upset when he got traded. I wish Dante DiVincenzo was there. I think he was actually at the game because he's college teammates with Brunson, with Josh Hart, with Mikal Bridges. Like, these guys all played at Villanova and won championships together, and now only one of them has to sit out or watch the other guys win.
Yeah.
But the people who reaching out. Useless Dave reached out. Hattori Hanzo. Useless Dave was like, "Hey, I'm watching this for you, and also for Wemby to see like this French guy." But did you see any of Wemby play? What do you think of him? Anything?
Yeah, well, I've seen him play. It's not like I've never. Okay. But yeah, no, watching him the other day. I mean, it's at times you are just like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
But he's beatable. His team's beatable.
For now.
All right. So I got to ask you, just because I saw a little headline or something like when I was outside waiting for you. Where do you put Brunson as far as top Knicks?
I mean, if he's not 1, he's like 2.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm not trying to be like, really. I honestly don't know.
Well, here's the thing. People will say that he's not better than Patrick Ewing because Patrick Ewing had the longevity that he was there, and he was Patrick Ewing never won. Once you win a title, crazy. It kind of changes everything. By the way, Brunson had 45 points last night in their clinching game. And he's legit.
Was this? 9 out of 94, yeah. So
he has, I don't know if it was game 4 or whatever, Draymond Green does commentary because his team is knocked out or whatever. He apologized to Brunson because he's been saying he's not a 1A player. He's not a superstar. And Brunson was just like, stop talking to me, basically. Yeah. But, he's proven that, like, even though he's a small guy, whatever, like, he is the team. He carries the team. Without him, they are not champions. They're not close to champion.
And this Josh Hart guy, he was traded to the, like, halfway. Did he come over?
He's been here for years.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I saw like an old clip. It was when
he's like the soul of the team.
It was Brunson reacting to Hart being traded to the Knicks. I thought this was new.
No, that was years ago.
Okay, never mind.
He's been playing. He's like the Rodman of the team.
Yeah.
He's like the grit. He's the rebound.
Rodman. I've been seeing a lot of Rodman clips lately, man. God. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But the thing is, like, the team felt very special the past 2 seasons. This year, the season just kind of went, and they were a 3 seed. I even said it last night to Megan. I'm like, if they would have played Detroit this year in the playoffs, I don't think they would have beat them. Still, right now, I don't think they would have beat that team. But you have to have luck. You have to have other things happen. Yeah. And they didn't have to play the Pistons, which was good. And that tip-in was. It's just everything. The reffing. It goes so far against them, and then they still keep going. Special team, man. Yeah. That's another part of it.
A lot of turnovers, too. San Antonio in that game 4. I mean, at the end, it was for them to... I mean, that's how you come back from 19. But
Carmelo Anthony, former New York Knick. Yeah. People loved when he went there. I did not like it. I'm not a Carmelo Anthony fan. I liked him in college for a year. Then he came to the NBA, and I was like, this guy's a ball hog. He needs the ball the entire time.
Denver, right?
He was with Denver for a while, and then he came with the Knicks, and J.R. Smith was there. And I don't know if he was there when Amari Stoudemire at the same time. But either way, they never won a championship. Had the Knicks won a championship there, I would have been happy because the Knicks won a championship. But I wasn't into Carmelo. Like, this team, the whole team's awesome. Yeah. Like, every single player is like... I love every single player on this team.
Good for you, man.
Bought a shirt immediately on NBA.com. I was like, I got to get a shirt. There's a difference, though, in watching a team win a championship when you're my age now versus when you got to watch the White Sox win. Had I been that age, I would have bought 25 shirts. I would have been out till 3 a.m. It's not just about, like, drinking and partying aspect of it, but, like, that was it. Whereas this was kind of like, if I wanted to be out amongst people and stuff, you still could be. But it was just kind of like taking it in and being like, I can't believe I got to see this happen.
Well, you put in the work for, like, I'm not trying to, like, oversell it or anything, but to be a fan of a team, how special it is. First of all, I'm just going to say the 4 major sports, all right, because I'm an asshole. I mean, like,
NASCAR.
a 1 in 30 chance is insane. especially for how long the season is. And that's why it's such a special thing. Like, if I never see the Sox win again, that's okay.
I was thinking the same thing last night. I was like, I got to see it, and honestly, like,
but you want more? Absolutely.
I don't. No, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm good.
All right,
I'm good. I got to see it happen. I got to see the Burrows celebrate on every video on my Instagram. Is just like people just freaking out. Love it.
So like, what's the next team then that needs to win the World Series, that you want to win the World Series, or the World Series, a championship?
I mean, like, it would be great if the Knicks keep winning. I'm gonna continue to celebrate the Knicks championship, but like winning one is like, I don't know. I'm
check that.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I don't need to see anything else in sports.
That's
like,
awesome.
And then I feel weird because I'm like, well, what do they think? They're like, all right, we got to do it again next year. I'm like, I would be like, I'm out. I'm the Barry Sanders of this. Like, he didn't even win. He was just like, I did enough. I'm out of here.
Yeah, this money.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to say, I've been talking to Suge this whole time.
Yeah.
And when the Knicks were down 29 or whatever, he's like, I had to turn it off. And then towards like the fourth quarter, I just sent him the eyes emoji.
I think that was when I turned it back on in the fourth, that was game 4, I believe, down 29, and I was like, oh yeah, they're playing, let's try it.
And then we were celebrating that. And by the way, Suge placed a bet, I mean, weeks ago, if not longer, that the Knicks would win the championship.
I think he said, He
got like 6-1 or 7-1, whatever it was. And so that's why we were kind of like talking the whole time. We were like, oh, okay, they advanced another round. Oh, all right, here they did. So congratulations
congrats to
Suge.
both of you, yeah.
And then happy for Patrick Ewing, who never got to win. He's like an ambassador for the team. Okay. So he's been around the team the entire time. And, you know, he's holding the trophy. You know, it's probably not the same for him, but like it's cool to see him get to be a part of the group. And they all like love him too. Like, you know what I mean? And then the only last thing that I have to say is I don't know whether I have to apologize or not to their head coach, Mike Brown. Mike Brown came in a year after they fired Tibbs and wins. He took them to that next step. But in my mind, I'm like, would Tibbs have done that? Could I have been watching Tibbs celebrate a championship? And so I can't put any hate on Mike Brown anymore because he brought the championship here. So I'll put a slight... No apology. No, I'm not apologizing. I don't think I ever said anything bad. I just don't think Tibbs should have been fired. But congratulations to Mike Brown. I think this is his first championship as a head coach too. So that's
how much of the team was the same from last year? Like
most of it.
Okay,
I mean, a lot of it. Yeah,
right.
The main guys are still there. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson,
right,
Karl Anthony
there's something
Towns,
to be said to
Mitchell
that.
Robinson, Deuce
like
McBride, Landry Shamet. Yeah. Shamet! He 10 of 11 3-pointers in like in the first, whatever. It doesn't matter. Stats don't matter, but just the excitement of the Knicks. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it today. Although the next 6 weeks of this podcast might just me being, wearing more and more blue or whatever.
It's officially free. No, actually, when does free agency start for basketball?
I don't know. The draft is like in a week or whatever.
So hockey should be wrapping up right around now too. Remember hockey? I don't know who the fuck's playing.
The Las Vegas Juggernauts versus the Carolina Thunderpants or whatever.
Thunderpants.
I'm not sure what the teams are called.
I think there's still an odd number of teams in hockey, which doesn't make sense. I think there's 33 teams.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, anyway. I'm sorry I took up half this show. Let's talk about you for a change.
Yeah, no, man.
What do you got going on? What do you got going on?
Nothing. I just we went to the Dells last week. I just had a couple things I wanted to talk about, just because I feel like whenever you or I go to the Dells, we give our updates.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of this show.
It is. Hey, I feel like our Wisconsin Dells episode it might be one of the top rated ones.
I think so.
All right. So I don't remember if I talked about it with you or not. Joni and I, we were after last year, we go to the Dells every year. We were kind of like, I think this might be it. This is the last one. Mm-hmm. Our daughters, on the other hand, were not feeling that way. So we're just like, all right, I guess we're going back. And
were they feeling that last year, or was that you guys saying?
We were definitely like, we want to move on. We want to try something else, But then we told the girls, and they were like, absolutely not.
Wow.
So we're like, all right, fine. I mean, like, it's a short drive, 2.5 hours, not too bad. But so I think this is it though. Like I'm really
Really?
I'll fight with them next year. And I mean, like I was talking to producer Tony. I've seen producer Tony a bunch of times, which has been great. And we always talk about the Dells, but you know, him and his wife go up a couple times a year and they love it. And I do like it, but it's such a different, like me and Tony, like different ways we're going, you know, me with my family. And it's just, especially like when at the age my kids are at where I still have to do everything. If they want to go to the pool, it's just like, fuck, like you got to trek down because we're at a resort. So every pool, it's like, we went from one pool, like just from our room to a pool and came back. I trekked it. It was like 2,500 steps.
Wow.
So I think it's great. We were in shape and everything like that. But I think we've been spoiled too because like in Wisconsin, like you can't smoke indoors, but they don't have like a smoke, like it doesn't have to be 15 feet from the door. Like all the ashtrays are just right outside.
And that's a big part of a vacation.
Well, no, but I mean like when you go outside on your patio and it's like, all the rooms, like like, I'm okay if people smoke outside, whatever, you're smoking outside, but it's like you can literally have like a smoking building and a non, because like when we have like our bedroom patio open, the smoke from next door is you know,
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, like as a former smoker, it's not like I'm like, ew, that's gross, but it is kind of like, well, still though, you don't want to, yeah.
How many Let's Go Brandon shirts did you see?
You know what? None of those, but the top of my list was it saying it's getting very MAGA-y up there.
Oh.
And I mean, like, and another thing, me being hypocritical because I have two of myself, but everyone in Wisconsin is covered in head to toe with tattoos. I don't know. It's crazy. And the fucking country music, too.
Yeah.
It's the thing that's going to make my head explode.
I have to agree with you on every one of those.
Yeah, and I think just with the resort thing too, I mean, it's just parents screaming at their kids. It's just always parents screaming, us included too. I mean, not screaming at our kids. We're doing more of the get over here, you know, like under our breath.
Did you guys go anywhere outside of the resort?
So yeah, actually, I was going to talk about that too because I'm doing all the complaining and everything. Couple good things. Joni found actually a zoo that was like 15 minutes outside of the Dells. It was pretty awesome though.
No.
But dude, no. So I got to send you this video. It was the greatest thing. It was 2 black bears. Like one of them was fully grown. One of them was like a teenager. And then 2 little Arctic foxes in a pen. I literally thought this was like the beginning of Jurassic Park where they're feeding the T-Rex. I was like, oh, this is going to be terrible.
A mistake, yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like these little foxes, like, they almost herd the bears. It's hilarious. Like, so it's like, you know, when we see a mouse and we're like, ah!
Yeah.
You know, versus like if we see like a dog, it's like, all right, I can take this thing. But a mouse scares the shit out of us.
Was this the place that used to be a like water park or something like that, and they just turned it into a zoo, and there's remnants of like water park still left in it?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
But this way, it's like a sanctuary, so it's like injured animals that they. But this one had otters, it had prairie dogs, so I mean it's like cooler than like Cosley Zoo where it's like native Illinois ones, which I guess these are native, but I don't see fucking otters around here, so that's cool. Anytime you can
someone
see free
told me
otters.
they saw an otter in Michigan, and I was like, "You're on drugs, dude."
No, apparently that's not a lie.
River otters. Yeah.
Otters are otters, my friend.
Did you feed the deer?
No, we didn't feed the deer. No. I think Natty bought some. She fed the prairie dogs, I guess. I want to talk about downtown a little bit. And I think, all right, so maybe we talked about this on the podcast, maybe not. You or Megan, do one of you guys like hate old-timey photos?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably why I was thinking of it, because we were having
I will
ice
tell
cream.
You which one of us.
We're having ice cream at this place, and I look across the street, and there's like sure enough, right there, and I thought of both of you because I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't not laugh when 2 doors down
Another one.
is the other one, because those were the people that were just like, you know where we should move. We should move 2 doors down from the other only old-timey place.
It's like a Coke and a Pepsi.
It is so goddamn funny because it's like the guy in between, I wonder if they like fight, you know, like around him. The guy with the little like photo developing shot. Yeah.
Yeah, not only does one of us not like it, myself or Megan. Not a big fan of
Okay.
it. But I don't know if you remember, we went to do it. We did it last time.
That's
I
remember.
And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever been a part of. And I've seen juggalos.
Yeah.
I've been around juggalos many times. I've been to Peoria, Illinois. Disgusting. And yeah, you put on these clothes that have been worn by loads of large country listening MAGA tattooed
bearded, very bearded
people, and which is fine. They're
okay.
they're good people.
Yeah.
A lot of them are good people, but they stink to high heaven. The specific people who were taking these pictures. We took one of the Titanic because that's the only way that Megan could get me to do it was if we were in Titanic. And I'll try to post it right here if I remember. But so either she or I, one of us, do not like taking those pictures. And hopefully we never have to do them again. Or hopefully we get to do them again in the near future.
All right, because I put in my notes, it said old-timey photos and then parentheses, don't you guys do that?
We did it once, and, we'll see.
But, no, last thing, though, I mean, so we went from Monday to Friday. By Tuesday, we're all just like, we miss Lucy. This sucks. Okay. Like, because we don't bring her with, and I don't even know if you're allowed to at the resort. I assume they have to have like service ones, but it's just, and she, we sent her to my sister-in-law's kennel, and they're great. She knows everyone there, but she still hates it. They just send us pictures of her just being defiant. Like, they'll bring her out for playtime, and she just sits by the door, like, I want to go back in. She's just, it sucks.
That's what Callie did too. Where they were like, and Callie went to the same place.
Yeah, and it's not like Lucy's, she's 5 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like she's still like a teenager, right? But she's just like, fuck this.
When Callie was there, they were like, she didn't want to leave the cage we were like trying to force her out, and she was just like sad. And we're like, all right, well, we got to take her everywhere we go then. Happy birthday, Callie. They do have places where you can bring dogs, but it's tough bringing dogs to those places because it's like you go in the hallways. Like Megan has to go 10 feet ahead to make sure that nobody else is there, so that we can go down the stairwells so she can pee.
Well, I mean, the way Lucy is too, it's like every sound she hears, she's gonna bark.
And I was gonna say, Lucy barks. At least Callie doesn't bark. But yeah.
So no, it was fun, but I'm hoping this is the last year.
You just texted me, by the way. Oh, and by the way, you're a parent. You can make it be the last year. You can just say this is the last year.
But the thing is though, versus what we were thinking, it's like this is still pretty affordable. Yeah. I mean, it's not cheap, but also just not having to worry about airfare or anything like that. But
there's other places you can go up and down, like Michigan. Mm-hmm. It's nice, and it's not going to be like whatever, but we're going to do that. We're going to Michigan again this year because it's just like you go to a different town and they're like all half an hour away. You get to see something new.
You got room for 4 more?
No, we're actually 2.5. We're good. It was funny because you had texted me while you were up there, and you had sent a picture of what was the name of that?
Yeah, it's okay. I wanted to talk about that too. Yeah. Fucking inflation, man. All right, so we talked about this. This is like 2 years ago on the podcast. The $5 all day, every day, today only. Yeah. Okay? For this top secret place that we still have no idea what the hell this place is. Google reviews.
We went.
Oh, that's right. Okay, but it's just it sucks, right?
It sucks.
Like, Google reviews are terrible.
It's like a room that has decorations, but they're all upside down, and you're like, whoa, this is what it's like to be in an upside down house.
Because the building's upside down. But the only attraction is the Transformers that are out front. So I took pictures with those.
Which you don't have to pay to take pictures in front of those.
$5 all day, every day, turned to
only.
$7.
Yeah.
And then $8.
Yeah, inflation hit twice in a week.
Inflation went up $1 while I was there. I cannot believe it from Saturday. And I sent you and producer Tony pictures, so you guys know I'm not lying.
So you sent those pictures, and I was laughing about that. And then a couple days later, you sent a picture of you wearing a sasA and Goff shirt, I think, at the pool. And I didn't tell Megan about that for like I told her about the inflation thing, like the day that you sent it. And then I was going through our texts to prepare for this podcast, and I saw that, and I told her like yesterday or 2 days ago, hey, check this out, golf with blah, blah, blah. And she's like, are they still in the Dell? It was like 3 weeks have gone by. I'm like, I hope not.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 days is a hike. I mean, that's a lot. I think
It really is, and I felt bad, but like not just the Lucy thing, but it's like my garden, my house, everything. It's just like by like Wednesday, I'm like, we can go now, right?
That's funny.
We're good. But
right.
yeah.
Well, so we've both had pretty busy weeks, weekends, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And that's it. Let's move on to what we're putting inside ourselves. This is when we talk about stuff and things and what we feel like. I'm going to start things off.
Okay.
I got a couple things for you here really quick. One is the TV show Hacks, which I've talked about before and I've given thumbs up. I recently, I've been watching the latest season. I had no clue it's the final season until I got to the last episode where it said series finale. And I was like, whoa.
At least you got to see that, though. I've 2 or 3 shows I've watched, like where I've been binge watching, and I didn't realize that, like, I got to the end. I was just watching it, like, because, like, you put a little more emphasis on the final episode.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
but yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, I saw it. It said series finale, and I was just lost. I was like, I'm not prepared for this or whatever. The show itself is a fine show. There's some good writing. There's some funny stuff. There's good things that happen. It's a good storyline. It's pretty, like, gay, like, literally, and just, like, a lot of, like, very woke, you can tell, just, like, it's a lot or whatever. Okay. If that bothers you, it's probably not the show for you to watch. But if you're like, yeah, that's fine, as long as the writing's good and whatever, then this is a good show. It's funny. Jean Smart from Designing Women is how I know her. Okay. And then I don't know, the Hannah something or another is the girl's name.
Every time you've talked about Hacks, it's been the one girl.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
I've
she's
okay.
seen their. I don't know the names either, but yeah,
I'm not a fan of her stand-up,
okay.
But as an actor, she's good. She plays a very good, like, woke comedy writer. So and that's the opposite of what Jean Smart is. So they get to the series finale. I go, okay, whatever. I was actually happy because it's 5 seasons, I want to say, and it's like, this is how long it should be. It should be right around here. They're dragging if they keep things going. There's nothing else to tell in this thing. But it went dark, and I'm not going to say what it was in case people do watch it or want to watch it or whatever, but it took a really dark turn at the end, and then stuff happens or whatever. But I'm just going to say 2 words, and then I'll leave it there. Assisted suicide. Like, what a way to go out from a show. And I'm not saying whether or not it did or did not happen or anything like that, but that is kind of the theme.
Okay.
That happens out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, whatever. I don't think I'm ruining anything with that, but I'll give it a thumbs up. And then they also, by the way, Michael Schur is an executive producer on that show. I don't know if you knew about that, but I know you're a fan.
I did not know that, but yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, they did like a bit by bit where they had the actors like talking about each scene and what the importance of it and what it meant and all that stuff. It was kind of cool to watch the behind the scenes stuff on that. So thumbs up on that, and then another thumbs up because we're just positive today. We're positive. We're celebrating.
Oh, yeah,
we're on vacation. We're having a good time. Shout out to TV Snack Break. It is a company where I bought this shirt. This Circle Jerks inspired Ernest shirt.
That's okay. I knew it was skank, and I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
absolutely. Know what I mean? By the way, the Circle Jerks, I think they played in like Villa Park last night, or the singer did at like Semitas Pueblas or whatever the Mexican restaurant
that place.
But either way, this shirt, great shirt, comfort colors. I like comfort colors. Some people don't, but I like it. It doesn't usually shrink. Came out really good. I found this randomly on Instagram, TV Snack Break, and what I love about this, not just the shirt, obviously, but the fact that they sent me other stuff as well. This is what I think is missing in the mail order business.
Absolutely.
If I order a shirt and I just get a shirt, I'm kind of disappointed that I just got the shirt because I probably overpaid for the shirt anyway. It's like, put some pizzazz in it. Give me some pizzazz, people.
Absolutely.
And you know who's bringing the pizzazz? TV Snack Break. They throw a sticker in there. Gotta love it. Cool looking sticker.
It's a high glossy sticker too.
They made their own tags for the shirt and they put them on there. And if you look on the back, it tells you how to take care of the shirt. And it says shirt care, whatever, turn it inside out, blah, blah, blah. And then it says self-care. Quote, TV shows, eat pizza, pet animals. I gotta love the creativity.
We do it. We do
gotta
all that
love
stuff.
The creativity. And then not only that, but they sent this like a, postcard or whatever with their own artwork on it. It looks cool.
That is awesome.
It looks like a TV guide, like whatever, that they did their own thing. Not only that, but the guy hand writes on the back. That's how you do it.
With the S's?
You handwrite and two S's. Two S's, not just one. He took time to do two S's. In the Diamond S or whatever
if
they
it
were
was
called.
signed by Tim from Rising X,
yeah,
that's
right?
his shop. It's
exactly.
Like, oh, shit.
So it says, thanks a lot,
That's
sasA,
awesome.
Jonathan over at TV Snack Break. I absolutely love what you guys are doing, and I hope to buy some more shirts in the future. Keep the Ernest stuff coming, because you got someone who's buying Ernest stuff for sure.
Nice plug.
Absolutely loved it. It's nice when you get something like
it
that.
It is.
You know what I mean?
No, that's great, man.
So that's it. Thumbs up.
Cool. All right. Well, I only got one thing. And like I said, you talked about this earlier. You're talking about how you haven't watched a Blackhawks or a Bulls game in many years. I finally caved, and I'm paying $19.99 to watch the fucking White Sox play. They're finally playing well after many, many years. And yeah, it really is a bummer to have to pay for it. It sucks. And as looking at the prices, I just wanted to throw my phone at the wall when it's like, or you could pay $350 a year for all three teams, and it's just like suck. You know, for the Bulls, the Hawks, and the Sox.
Wait, $350?
$350 gets you basically access for all three teams on that app.
Or $20 a month?
Or $20 a month, like, per team.
Oh, per
just
team.
Per team.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Good God.
But still, I mean, I can't believe we've gotten to that point where it's like, yeah, I want to watch my... And this is nothing new, you know, and the Cubs fans have been doing it for even longer with the Marquee Network. But
yeah, it's like, how can we take more money away from the people who have the least amount of money in the world?
Yeah, so, I mean, like, that's... Joni and I were going through... This is switched into personal stuff now. But honestly, we're going through like our Google stuff, just deleting subscriptions that we have. This, and it's unbelievable. We've been paying $20 for Netflix, and then it's like, oh, we get it for free with our phone subscription, but it has ads. It's like, I'm fucking fine with ads. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Sox app, I mean, like the quality of it is fine and everything, but you're paying for like, oh, you can also watch highlights from last night. There's nothing else you want to watch on there besides the game.
Yeah,
and it's just
that's trash.
It's a bummer. I'm happy to hear Steve Stone again. It's been a long time, but yeah, the new guy, John Schriffen or whatever. It's just, I know it's his job to talk, but you're still just like, shut the fuck up. That was actually the nice thing too. With those Knicks games, those different broadcasts, there was no commentary. It was literally just when I was watching the drone, it was just the crowd. It was awesome. But anyway, so I'm still pissed off about the Sox thing. The app is fine, I guess. It is bullshit though that since they don't have a deal with Hulu, I can't just change the channel. I have to exit out of what I'm doing every time and go back. You know, so it's like really like lame and kind of pathetic. But
yeah, it's just taking more money once again. And I said from people who have the least amount of money in the world. I don't mean the world, obviously, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Like we're poor.
We
as it
definitely
is and
can't afford it.
I feel the same way. So like, you hear about the 1%, and you're like, do you know how much of a distance there is between us and the 1% in the world? Well, and then there's a medium tier that is people who could afford going to those Knicks games where the get-in price was like $4,000 to get into the building, and they're filling the building. Like, who are these people? I thought I was this far away from the 1%. That's how far away I am from people who can go to Knicks games. Yeah. They're not the 1% either. I don't know what these people do, but I cannot. I could never pay that much. Quick question.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go this way.
That's okay.
What's the most you would pay for like dream shows?
I seriously, like, I'm the worst person to ask because it's just like I'm so cheap these days. But all right, so if you were just like, okay, your dream thing that you would pay money to do would be like, I want to hang out with the cast of Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is there. There's a band intermission that is a Wilhelm scream and Strung Out or whoever.
All right, so
and
this is when I started
the White Sox play. Okay,
yeah,
and the White Sox play
at Rate Field. I mean, like, for me,
yeah,
I could afford a few $100. I don't know. I mean, it's just like, it sucks, but it's like maybe a few years ago before, like, 'cause this is the most expensive anything has ever been in our lives, you know?
I'm trying to think of it, and I'm like, for me personally, a wrestling show is usually more expensive than concerts for me. Mm-hmm. And a wrestling show, if I was like front row, maybe I could spend $250.
Yeah.
That's how much it was for me to go to an ECW front row show many years ago.
Many
and that
years
was
ago.
a pay-per-view, so it was a big show.
Yeah.
And also I lived in my parents' home at the time, so it was different. I could see like if it was something for Megan and she wanted to go.
Yeah.
I could pay up to $500 for a ticket. I could see that being my like, okay, I'll pay $500 a ticket, and then that's like whatever. There's no way I'm going above $500 a ticket for anything, and $500 a ticket, it better be something
Absolutely.
that is really appreciated or
No,
whatever.
it's a bummer, and okay, so thumbs mid, I guess, for the Sox app, because the app's fine, but I'm still just pissed about that. But
sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's perfect actually, because I forgot to write this down. Where are we at on Eka Vandal? This ticket. Speaking of $5,000 tickets, any updates on that?
There were 2 tickets available at $1,100 a piece, and then somebody added 2 more tickets at like $7,000 a piece.
All right.
And so I don't know. I haven't even listed mine yet.
Okay, so this was if anyone not paying attention last week, he talked about an extra ticket he got.
Yeah.
All right, so
honestly,
you really haven't. You're just kind of still.
I've been in KNICKS fury and fever. I haven't even thought about it. It's still like a month or 2 away, so I'm not that worried about it.
July 30th, we got time, baby.
Yeah, we got.
I was asking if I could invest.
Oh.
I'm thinking if I pay for half the ticket, I'll give you the.
You give me $12. Okay, yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Cool. Anyway.
All right, well, that leads us to our topic of today's show, which we haven't even touched upon. It is our favorite and least favorite mall stores. Actually, just favorite mall stores and favorite food court stores in the history of time.
Yes.
So going back to when malls were popular and we were growing up, or to even today's age, if you really love something. And mine weren't as creative or anything.
I don't think mine. We'll probably have a lot of the same ones.
Have you only shopped at 3 stores your entire life, and this is what it is?
I mean, I have 5 on here, and 2 of them are notables, and like obviously. But
I'm gonna start things off with my number 3, and honestly, I don't feel great about it now. Like, I've seen this store still exists now. I go in there occasionally, and I'm like, this is weird that this store still exists. But if you need an offensive T-shirt or whatever, Spencer's.
Okay.
I used to love Spencer's is like a high school age.
Yep.
Greatest store in the world.
Spencer's was great for last minute like white elephant gifts for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
The only problem now though, last time I went in with my kids, it's like all fucking sex stuff now. Like half the shop. I mean, it's not even.
It used to be like hidden kind of.
Yeah,
all the way
but
in
now
the back.
it's making its way out. So
100%.
I mean, I don't care, but no, Spencer's is always.
It's weird getting your kids sex stuff.
This is it is. I know, but it's expensive too. Do you remember Gadzooks? I hope that's not on your list. It's not on mine.
Yeah,
but no, I mean
Megan kept saying it, and I was like, I don't remember.
Very similar, I think. They eventually turned to like, because I was looking this up actually. They were eventually like bought out by Forever 21, but I thought it was more novelty stuff. But I'm thinking it was more like clothing.
I thought it was like
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was like a young woman's clothing store.
That's where it went towards the end, and apparently that's.
All right.
What did it in?
So anyway, my number 3 is Spencer's. What about you?
All right. My number 3. This is an old school one. I'm going with KB Toys.
Okay.
And now I have to actually. I wanted to ask you this before we started. Did you hang out at the mall a lot? Like growing up, I mean, like, would you say, yeah, I was at the mall a lot, or is this one of those just kind of like, we'd go like occasionally?
I didn't start going to the mall till probably like sophomore or junior year of high school.
Okay.
But then when I did, I went a lot. Like, my girlfriend at the time worked at the coffee shop there.
Okay.
My friends worked in the mall.
Yep.
Mikey, I don't know his last name, but he worked at Mrs. Fields or Auntie Anne's or whatever, and he used to hook us up.
Yep.
I mean, you knew people all over the place, and that was that age where I was like, oh, now people start driving. We're going to go over. So, like, that was... At that time, that was the place to go.
Okay.
But before that, not too often. My parents wouldn't like drop us off and pick us up or whatever. If my mom wanted to go to Yorktown Mall, we would go to Yorktown Mall together, and then we would split up and go. But like I didn't spend too much time there.
Okay, so we pretty much Stratford was like the only one we would go to, but we would get dropped off a lot, but it would be in like big groups. So my parents were okay with that, like junior high era, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I was just kind of wanted to know like how old you were when you were frequenting the malls. But yeah, so KB Toys, just an awesome. I mean, like being able to. I think that was one of the first places where like you could play the video games. You know, test.
Okay.
They had those like plexiglass things over the TVs,
Yeah.
and there was just always something fun about new video games, even though they were so goddamn expensive. They still are now, even with inflation and everything they've gone up to. But yeah, just toy stores in general. Like Toys R Us is gone. There's a toy store in Glen Ellen we go to occasionally for like my daughter's like friends' birthdays and stuff. But it's just like Lego.
Yeah.
And then everything is just like slime and
They kind of brought Toys R Us back in a couple locations too. In the Macy's in Woodfield Mall in the basement. The
Okay.
middle of it is a Toys R Us. But it's weird. It's weird hanging out there at this age.
I would say so. All right, but yeah, KB Toys.
My number 2 is KB Toys.
Oh yeah.
Because if you saw KB Toys, I was going in for sure.
Oh yeah.
For me, it was wrestling figures more than video games because they used to have like the coolest wrestling figures and it was cheap and whatever. But yeah, I agree with you on that one, KB Toys.
Yeah, and not just video games. I mean, like, yeah, that obviously, big G.I. Joe fan, and those were probably the most affordable. We never really got into like Transformers because those were too much, but
More than meets the eye.
well played.
Buy the shirt.
Thought you were gonna throw something at me.
sasA and Goffmerch.com. No, played is well played.
All right.
By the way, did you see those Bloodsport figures I got over there?
Oh, you got them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
those are
I saw
beautiful.
you showed me a picture last time I was here. Good stuff.
Thumbs
Should
up.
show them at the end.
Thumbs up, Zombie Sailor Toys.
Zombie Sailor Toys. All right, man. So this is where my dad's side's got to come in. It's Kohls, man. You know what?
People love Kohls.
I mean, what I love about Kohls is that they think they're getting you with these insane sales they have because they mark everything up, 50%, and then they mark it back down 75. So it's all, but it's still though you're like. That's a great fucking deal. It's like even though that's
Kohls figured it out.
Yeah.
Man.
No. Well, yeah. Go look at Stratford Mall. What is there? Kohls and then Woodman's, which is a brand and a giant gas station.
They
right?
completely demolished the entire mall and left the Kohls
Except
and just
Kohls.
build a wall
Yep.
where it used to go into the mall.
That's what. Yeah, Kohls. I mean, like talk about staying power. Just like
Kohls built a wall and made the village of Bloomingdale pay for it.
Yeah.
That's what they
yeah.
did. Kohls, not on my list, but I've had a growing appreciation for Kohls, and the amount of people who love Kohls around here is hilarious.
Well, I just for like my go-to for every occasion is just a nice polo shirt. I have so many. Like I'll open up the closet and I ask Joni, and it's like, should I go blue, red, green, black, or gray? Which one should I do?
Mine is like blue, light blue, weird blue.
I think I have a light blue.
Yeah.
I sweat through it though, so I don't wear it that often. But yeah, and I mean, just as like I said, as a dad, I mean, shopping there with my kids, it's a huge place, and again, for being a mall store, pretty affordable actually.
They got the Kohls Bucks. They got
The
deals
Kohls Bucks
all
are
the
pretty
time.
sweet too, actually.
What a store! What a store!
What a store!
And they got a Sephora inside if you like makeup.
Yeah,
you do. My number 1 is going to be a store that maybe not the most exciting store of all time. However, it is one that I've been frequenting for quite a while. And so I was like, this probably has to be it. I've spent a lot of money in this place. I've bought probably skateboard accessories there. I've definitely bought shoes. I've definitely bought clothing. It is Zoomies.
Oh, okay.
It's still around, still exists. They got one in Woodfield Mall.
Yeah.
I kind of go and I look at it. I try not to go in there too often now because I do feel pretty old going into it. That and like Hot Topic to me are still very like.
There were two stores I was thinking of when you were getting to Zoomies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zoomies was the one. Zoomies made me feel like they liked Pennywise at Zoomies, whereas Hot Topic was like, we're into Depeche Mode. I'm like, all right, I think you guys can stay there. And then I remember like talking to people at Zoomies back in the day when I was in bands and stuff like that, and you would exchange information with people. So for me, Zoomies I never had a bad experience there. And like I said, it's not exciting, it's not crazy, but it's just like, it probably is where I've spent most of my money in the mall since like 20 years ago or whatever.
Sweet. Buying your Airwalks and your Vans.
Mostly Airwalks, yeah.
Nice. All right, well, I got to be that guy. My number one's Hot Topic.
Oh.
I bought my first Pennywise t-shirt from Hot Topic. That's funny that you used Pennywise as the exact, like literally I wrote down, bought a Pennywise. And that was one where we heard about this store and like I think my mom took us. It was like me, Rob, and then like the neighbors. And we were really excited about going to the mall. Rob bought that the No Effects Mons Tour shirt. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bought it was like a white Pennywise shirt. It was a ringer. But it was a white one, and I'm terrible with white t-shirts, but I was just like, holy shit. I think I bought a 311 shirt like right off the bat too. But my daughter actually, Sadie, she's still kind of like stuff at Hot Topic. And I like going in occasionally still just to see. And it's mostly just ironic bands now.
It
where
used
you
to be
see like
great at a time. It was like before it was even goth topic or whatever.
Oh, it definitely is. Yeah, it's all anime and.
But then there was a point where they got wrestling shirts too, and so it was like the place to go for wrestling. You can't go anywhere to get wrestling shirts.
That's true. That's a good point.
And so like that was like, oh, let's go see what they have over there.
Yeah.
Hot Topic, great store.
They knew what they were doing, but
you don't want to say it was a great store because people associate it with like the weird rings on your face,
Disturbed,
like
for some reason.
Disturbed,
Slipknot,
Marilyn Manson, that
absolutely.
Kind of stuff.
You know, like the pants that have tassels on them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
No, it's funny going in there now. Like I said, as a dad, like But
the last purchase I made there was probably like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even. I think it was about that time. Oh, maybe it was a little bit before that. Bigwig put out a record and they sold them only at Hot Topic, and I had to go get "Stay Asleep" Hot Topic version.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like new music. It's have I not heard this?
No, it was like the first time "Stay Asleep" was on vinyl or something like that, and they had it at Hot Topic, and I was like, all right,
there it is down there. The sun sticker down,
Dusty Roads
down. There you go.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
All right, which leads us to Potent Notables.
Yes, nice save.
Potent Notables. I don't know if you've ever heard of these stores. Well, Pac Sun, Pacific Sunwear. That was up there with Zoomies.
That was one of the ones I was thinking you were going to say.
Yeah, because that one probably goes with Zoomies. I think I graduated from Pac Sun to Zoomies. That's how I see it.
Next door.
Yeah,
I think that's where they were.
They literally were. Yeah. Primark, which is one of my current favorite stores.
Primark?
Yeah, I think it's a British store. They have a lot of stuff that's like very, very cheap and affordable, and I just buy a bunch of like blank sweatshirts and
Primark.
Yeah, it's in Woodfield Mall.
Oh, okay.
Where JCPenney is, or not JCPenney, Sears used to be.
Okay.
Two like big stores or whatever. Well, Sears closed, and so the bottom is like a furniture place, and then the top is a Primark. So it's a pretty decent sized place. They've gone a little bit downhill, in my opinion, since they've opened, but it's very like affordable, cheap. I even say cheap. I like going there still. I was there yesterday or whatever.
Nice.
Sam Goody, if we're talking music stores, Sam Goody. You got your FYE. Coast.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember what FYE was before.
Yeah. What else do I have here? Stephen Barry's. Do you remember Stephen Barry's? They only sold college sports
I got
things.
some No. What the hell was that?
It was like $8.
Stefan Marbury?
Yeah.
I got his shoes.
Okay.
They were so fucking cheap. But
yeah.
I mean, that's probably why I like New Balances. That was like, they kind of like, they had that design actually, but they were really cheap.
Like every college you would want. Shirts.
It was like, and it was also
like
floor to ceiling too with the racks. I remember, going in there, it was just like, holy shit.
That was a pretty sweet
Stephen
store.
Barry's, wow, good call.
And that's what I got. What about you?
All right, I have Journeys, another cool place. Just I've always buying shoes from there. I bought a bunch of pairs. Also, they just had cool music playing all the time. Well, not all the time, because I mean sometimes a lot of Warped Tour stuff, which I guess you can take it or leave it.
It's a pop punk store.
Yeah,
that's what.
Bunch of the stuff you said before, so I'm not going to repeat them. And then there was another one actually, just when you were talking about stores like that your friends worked at. Ours was Sunglass Hut. My buddy Ryan, rest in peace, used to work there, and it was one of those things where when you're at that age, you don't realize that those dirty ass looks the guy's boss is giving you, it's just because, you know, like, you don't think you're doing anything wrong, but now
Good
it's
call.
like you realize it's just like, God, what a bunch of assholes. You're not doing anything wrong, but it's still just like, get the fuck out of here. It's just like
it is funny. Had a bunch of friends, Giuseppe out of Milan, my dear friend Putsky. These guys all worked at jewelry stores, and it's like, if we walk in and we would like talk to them, someone had to be upset that we were sitting there talking while they were working.
I don't think I bought it directly from Giuseppe, but like I bought my ring for Joni, like from the where he worked. Which
from his from trench coat outside of the mall in the alley.
Minivan.
Okay. I had a bottom list just in case you threw it out there, but just like I don't really have a bottom list, but the Disney store was something that I was like, why does this exist?
Okay.
And then Abercrombie and Fitch and Structure was even older than that, where it was like, I don't like the people who go into these places.
Abercrombie and Fitch had a lot of like questionable like campaign stuff too, with like I just
didn't like
they were who would go there. Well, I mean, like the stuff they were making for like really young kids, let's just say is unethical.
Epstein. Well, all right, now to our top 3 food court places.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna go with number 3. I'm giving you an overall category, but I will name one if I need to. My number 3 favorite of all time mall food court, trash Chinese food. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. They have a pile of meat.
Manchu Wok.
They have a pile. That was the name I was gonna give you. Yep. They have 3 piles of meat in different colors. Yeah. Like lighter to darker. They call one pork. They call one chicken. They call one steak. Right?
Yeah.
No one knows what it is. There's no way it's meat.
Yeah, they're just darker versions.
If you go to the mall right now, it's still the same price as it was 30 years ago. True. Yeah. And meat prices have gone up astronomically. So I don't know what I'm eating, but you put it on top of rice or noodles, and I'm your best friend.
And they're always rushed when you're, it's always like, what else?
Yeah,
what else?
yeah.
Like, holy shit.
They're like, they demand that you know your order immediately. Yes.
There's so much like shaking and fumbling when you're ordering from that place. Like, I don't know.
Well, also a lot of those people have thick accents too, and so you're like, wait, what did you say? And then they're trying to say spring rolls, but it doesn't come anywhere close. Like question,
say what
like,
do
you want
like.
spring rolls?
Start doing it.
Hello, friend. Would you enjoy some spring rolls at our location? And then I'm like, what are you saying?
Yeah, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, can I get... Oh!
That one slipped.
That's rough.
Wow.
That's rough.
What a guy.
I'm not taking that out either if you think that's happening. But yeah, so trash Chinese is my number 3.
I did have Manchu Wok on mine, but I think it was more of a notable. All right, so this one I feel like a hypocrite because like we had an episode a while back where I talked about how much I hate pretzels. It's Auntie Anne's, man. I know I'm a hypocrite. And then last week I think I talked about jeweled chicken, how much I love it. Like I'm so fake. Everything's
What's going on with you?
It's all content. I no morals. But anyway, that I think is the one.
That's my number 2.
When you walk into the mall, I mean wherever you're at, it's just like, yep. You just
Woodfield Mall has 2 Auntie Anne's.
Well, don't they have that? And I think they have a Wetzel's Pretzels, right?
Yes, they have 2 Auntie Anne's and a Wetzel's Pretzels.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I know where they all are because I will go to all of them in one sitting if I need to.
I haven't been to Woodfield in a while.
I was there yesterday. I go to the mall every 2 days.
Okay.
Why not?
Auntie Anne's, baby.
No, loving Auntie Anne's. That's my number 2. Big pretzel guy. Can't go wrong. I like it better than Wetzel's.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter.
I do too.
Doesn't matter. I'll pay $8 for something that should be 70 cents.
There's also a Gnarly Knots downtown Lombard, which is
never been there. That seems fancy. Yeah. But
it's a long drive for you. It's close for me. Yeah. All right, my number 2. Now you see these occasionally. Like actually, there's one in Carroll Stream that is part of a truck stop now, but it's Cinnabon.
Ooh.
Yeah, and actually I was at Jewel this morning getting some pastries, and I was very close to buying one of those cinema, like one of the take and bake basically ones.
You should have brought it here.
I know.
You should bring stuff here every time you come here because I'm not allowed to buy sweets.
The weirdest thing is today, I never do this, but on the way here today, I was just like, that'd be awesome if he had food today. Like, Yeah, we got to start getting. We should have a plethora of foods.
I feel
every
like
day.
Megan gets mad if I'm like I went and I bought 2 gallons of ice cream for myself or whatever, and she's like you can't eat that or whatever. But if you bring it,
2 gallons.
it doesn't have to be 2 gallons.
I just imagine you holding
The pails.
but with the handle.
Yeah.
You just walk in and you're like, shit. Like when she sees you, you're like,
Yeah, of course.
all right, I'll bring them back.
I have to eat it
Throw it a
from
fit.
the ride from the Jewel to here. I have to eat it in my car, all of it.
We've had.
But if you bring it, it's like, oh, look at this guy. He's so nice. And then we could eat
I'll
it.
give her some too.
Yeah.
It's like hush money.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we've been.
And we're not paying for it. So like, that's the best part.
Hell yeah.
So that leads me to my number 1 of all time, which I wonder if it's yours. It's the greatest food court food of all time. You get your cannolis, you get your strombolis, you get your deep dish pizza, you get your thin crust pizza, you get your whatever you want. I don't know what accent that was, but we're talking Sbarro.
Oh yeah.
Sbarro is the greatest of all time.
It is.
There is a Sbarro in Chicago Union Station that is constantly filled with all the stuff that you need, the pizza. And every time we take the train there and the train back, we're like, should we get 4 pizzas for the ride back? And we don't, because we're trying to be healthy or whatever. But Sbarro's great. Sbarro's never been bad. I could eat a Sbarro calzone and there could be a rock in it, and I'd be like, you know what? I broke my teeth, but this is delicious.
I think Sbarro's the only one that I don't mind that it's literally been sitting out all day.
Don't
It's like,
care.
I don't fucking care.
Doesn't
the
matter.
pizza, yeah, I mean, like the pizza, there's enough volume that it goes through. But we go to Yorktown a lot, and they have one. So, I was gonna say 9 out of 10 times, but like I'll say like 7 out of 10.
Okay.
It's like your comfort food.
to.
You know that it's just like, all right, it's gonna be served quickly, and you always see them put it back in the oven. And it's like, I don't care. It's so good
because you're not. Because you don't see them often, when you see it, you're like, well, I have to get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, who knows?
Well,
when the
because
next time.
around here, at least, they're literally just in malls, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
there's
Besides
no
the
standalones.
Union Station, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if there's standalone.
No, I
Sbarro
believe
would
in
be
New York,
dangerous.
Sbarro is like a standalone.
That's
thing.
why New York is great.
Yeah, that's why.
Potent notables. I got Wetzel's Pretzels. I got Cinnabon. Love the smell of a Cinnabon.
Oh yeah.
And here's one for you. Steak and Potato Works.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's the Great Steak and Potato Company, I believe.
Either way, I've never been.
Okay.
But someone who potentially listens to this podcast used to work there.
Nice.
And used to steal so much from their cash
Oh my god.
Because they just, first of all, nobody's ordering there, right?
No, yeah.
So there's like $20 in the thing. It's not like it was a big crime. That I'm not saying names for a reason, and also 20 years have passed. They can't get charged for it. But
statute of limitations.
I believe he literally said that like people would give him cash and he would just put it in his pocket instead of like in front of them.
Wow.
And then if they didn't want to work, they would just throw out the potatoes because it takes hours to make potatoes. So they would be like, "Yeah, we're out of." They would put a sign and they would just going back.
Sorry, no more potatoes.
Yeah.
So and like on the sign, it's just like the Great Steak and it's just crossed off company.
No. And I don't even think he worked at the Steak and Potato. I think he worked at the one that was just potatoes.
Okay, yeah, I actually wrote down Potato Works.
Yeah, it might
so
have
there
been.
was Potato Works, and then there was the Great Steak and Potato Company. But
Yeah.
Potato Works, I believe, was prior to the other one.
So the
and that
person-
was awesome. The fucking loaded baked potato
Yeah.
the size of a football.
If you could get one, it was great.
Hell yeah.
But
if they weren't sold out.
if the employees didn't want to work.
That's reminding me of Arrested Development with the bananas. Buy a bucket,
yeah.
take or she's like, throw a banana, take a buck. Good stuff.
Oh man, malls are fantastic.
Malls,
They're
yeah,
making
baby.
a comeback. That's it for this episode. Thank you guys for joining us on this long celebration of life,
Woo!
championships,
Yeah, man.
and everything in between. Next week we will be back. Speaking of Cinnabon, with our favorite and least favorite smells. We'll
Hell
see
yeah,
you
we're
guys
doing it.
next week.